Alright folks, I said I'd make a video of the pop-up once I got it home and got it opened up. Here she is. She's a 2002 Starcraft. The model number on it is a 2108. She's in really nice condition. This one here has one 5-gallon propane tank. It's got one battery, but it does have a spot right there where you can add another battery in another box. You can add two batteries on it. Standard 2-inch ball on her there. Electric brakes, the 7-way pin, so it'll charge and everything when you're going down the road. It does have the 4-corner crank down stabilizers with the big metal pads on the bottom there, which helps to stabilize it. All of the canvas is in excellent condition. All the screens is in excellent condition. Very nice condition. This here is the outside for the cassette toilet. That's where you drain the toilet. That's just a 120 volt outside plug. This right here is your fresh water tank. This right here is your hookup for your propane. You can bring the indoor stove. You can use it inside or outside. It'll hang right there and you can use it. It has brand new tires on it. The DOTs are a year and a half old, so they're new tires. I know that the wheel bearings were just greased, just lubed. This here's the drain for the shower. It does have a cassette toilet and a shower inside. Kind of tight over here on the side of the house, but you can kind of get an idea of it. All right, here's the other side on the outside. So it does have a 6-gallon water heater there. So that's for your sink and your shower. So that's nice, it has that. Here's your 120 volt power where you'll hook up if you want to hook up to a generator or shore power right there. This is the back side of your 3-way refrigerator. It'll run on propane, 12 volts or 120 volts when you're plugged in, or a generator, either or. Here's where your city water would hook up right here if you're at a site that has city water. If not, you would use the tank I showed on the other side. Here's the drain for the sink right here. You just put an elbow on it and drop it into like a jug or something. Here's your Suburban furnace / heater, whatever you want to call it right here. Intake and exhaust. And here's for an auxiliary shower outside. If you want to shower off outside, shower the dog, whatever. Get it right here. That'll have hot and cold water as well. And here's a shot of these tires. I know it's kind of dark over here, but 175/80 13s. And here's the DOTs right here. 48 month of 2022. So those aren't even a year and a half old. They're like, yeah, actually it's 2024 now. Yeah, about 2 years old. And like I say, the bearings were just lubed and everything. It does have trailer brakes on it. And you can see the tread on the tire, both of them. They're excellent. Kind of show you the underneath of it here. You can see both tires, the tread, brand new. You can see the fresh water tank up there. There's the lift mechanism there. And you can see the axle there. And it does have leaf spring. This is a sprung axle. You can see the electric brakes on there. Very clean underneath. Good shape. Oh, and it also does have a brand new spare tire under there in the back as well. So here's the underneath of the rear bunk end. See, it's not rotted. It's all nice and clean. Real nice plywood. Here's the front end bunk. Same thing. Real nice plywood. Not rotted. Super clean. Some of these pop-ups, the doors don't open right or whatnot. This one opens perfect. Wanted to show how the door opens right there. Perfectly functioning door. It seals perfectly. All right, let's check out the inside. So here's the front. You got two little benches right here, one on each side as you come in. There's the dinette table. I have that folded up, but that goes right here. And then, you sit on either side of it right there. And there you've got a 120 volt outlet there. There's your power converter right there, which takes your 120 volt, turns it to a 12 volt. There's your LP alarm right there. If you have propane, leaking, that'll go off right there. There's our Dometic three-way refrigerator right there. And there's your Suburban furnace slash heater. I don't know what people call it, furnace or a heater, but there's that right there. And here's a single basin sink right here, as you can see. This is a flip over counter and sink. So this here would flip over when you put the roof down and you travel. And then this right here, that's your switch for your water pump to turn your water pump on to your faucets. We'll go ahead and open up the refrigerator. Nice and clean, super clean. And here's the inside of the power converter. Not a whole lot going on there. You got a couple AC breakers there, and you got 4 fuses for your DC side right there. And then as you can see, if you did want to install AC on here, whether it be a portable AC, a rooftop AC, whatever you want to do, one of those breakers, it is pre-wired for it. And here's this blank panel right there. But it does not currently have air conditioning. And I kind of like these pop-ups like that. That way you keep the weight off the roof. But, it's up to each person how they want to do it. Here's a thermostat right here for the heater. Here's your little Suburban 2-burner stove right here. And you can use this inside, or the whole thing goes outside like I showed, and it hooks on the outside. You can use it out there. This here you can use for just a countertop storage, or that's where your cassette toilet and your shower is in there. And I'll show you that in a minute. Here's the rear bunk here. This is the smaller of the 2 bunks. You can see everything's super clean in here. No stains, very nice condition. It has all the drapes and everything all around. It has the lights on the roof there. This here is a track, and I do have the curtain. It's a waterproof curtain that hangs from there, and it goes down, so that way if you do decide to take a shower or something, it keeps all the water inside of there. So this just lifts up and snaps on there, and then here's what the inside looks like right here. There's your faucet for your shower right there, and then there's where your toilet is. And it will fill with water, and it will flush, and it goes into the cassette outside, and then you dump it. And you can see, very clean. I don't even think it's ever been used, to be honest. And then this, you just simply hold the wand in your hand and just spray yourself off. You don't take a 20-minute shower in a camper like this. You take a quick shower, but it's there if you need it, which is nice. And I know I mentioned it, but just to be clear, you do have hot and cold water. Okay, so here's looking at the front of the pop-up here. There's those 2 little benches you have to sit on there. Here's your front bunk. This is a pretty large bunk. I think this would either be I'd have to look up the specs. It's either a queen or a king. But it's a pretty good sized bunk. You can definitely fit 2 people in there very comfortably. I think you could fit 2 adults in this one very comfortably. And I'm sure you could probably fit 3 small children back there, or 2, a little bit older children back there. I don't see why not. And then this area right here where the little dinette goes, so your table, you flip it over, and it stores right here on this ledge on either side. And then these 2 cushions go down on top of it. So this makes another bed if you need it. So you can definitely sleep another adult right there, or a child, or a couple children. And all the curtains are good. There's been no leaks in here. All the canvas, you can see it's in like super, super nice condition. All the screens are good. There's no holes or tears in the screen or anything. And also, just to mention, all the curtains, they've all been washed just because. And these have both been steam cleaned. They weren't dirty or anything, you know, just dusty or whatnot. They've both been steam cleaned. They're both very, very clean. So you can go camping. You don't have to worry about anything. But yeah, really, really clean, as you can see. You know, usually when these leak, they leak in the corners here and they cause havoc, or along the seams in the front and the back. There's no leaks anywhere. And then you've got a little bit of storage. You got some storage there. There's the waterproof shower curtain there. You've got another storage down there, right here next to it. It's a pretty decent sized storage area right there. And also another thing to make note of, some of these campers in this era, maybe a tiny bit older, the plumbing will have poly pipe. It's gray pipe. If you ever see a RV, fifth wheel, pull behind pop-up with gray pipe, I'd strongly recommend not getting it, or just know that you're going to have to replace all of it because it doesn't last. This is PEX, as you can see. That's what we use nowadays. That's what you want to see. You either want to see the clear white, or you'll see blue and red, or you'll see white and red, whatever color. But that is PEX, and that is the plumbing you want to see in an RV. And then going on, you have another little storage cubby area there. There's your furnace right there. And then down here, got a tiny bit of storage down there, and that is your water pump right there. And then going to the other side, underneath where the stove goes here, you have more storage under here. You have a jack to jack it up if you get a flat tire, and those are the 4 pads to put underneath the 4 corner stabilizers out there. And you got some storage in there as well. That's the hose going to the freshwater tank right there. And then here underneath this seat, you lift the cushion up and there's a whole piece of plywood that comes off, so you can access stuff under it. Or you can also open the door and access it this way. And there's quite a bit of storage area under there. And then also under this cushion, there's another piece of plywood that lifts up, and you'll have some storage under there as well. Here, since we're here, let's just show it. So you got that whole area under there. And I mentioned while it is popped down, this flips over and it stores right here on top of there. And then the stove right here, it closes up and it sits on the floor and latches right there. That way it doesn't move around when you travel. So the stove's on the floor, the table goes level right there, and your 2 cushions lay down. So this is flat when you travel. And then the sink right here, you just flip it right over and it just stores right here. And then the door, you just take the door, you flip it up on the roof, and then you're ready to lower it down. And as I say with a lot of my things, you know, some things I'll resell, some I'll keep. This one here, I really like it. I think it's set up well. There's only 3 of us. I think it'll be great. It's real light, easy to tow. But like I always say, if somebody wants this more than I do, make me an offer on it. I'm up here in northern Nevada, just about 40 miles east of Reno, give or take. Thanks for watching, folks. Oh yeah, and real quick, I should mention it also has a new cover that covers the entire pop-up, you know, when you want to store it. So it does include that as well. And I'll show you some close-ups of the canvas outside here. See how nice and clean it is. I mean, it's dusty, but you know, all the stitching's intact. The screens are all super nice. Really nice condition.